Attention passionate Philadelphia, EAGLES. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Philadelphia Eagles' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Philadelphia, EAGLESFANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. As we sit here in the heart of the NFL offseason, there's a palpable buzz around the Philadelphia Eagles, and for good reason. The team, under the leadership of General Manager Howie Roseman, has been making strategic moves, and the latest whispers are about the cornerback position, one that was a real strength for the Eagles in 2024, but now faces some serious questions. The Eagles, as many of you already know, dominated in pass coverage last season, ranking at the top of the league in key metrics. Opponents averaged just 5-6 yards per pass attempt and only 9 yards per completion. That kind of elite defense is what propelled them deep into the playoffs and almost to a Super Bowl appearance. But in the NFL, especially in such a competitive division like the NFC East, maintaining that level of excellence is no small feat, and it's about to get even more interesting. The Eagles' secondary, which was once anchored by veterans like Darius Slay Jr., C.J. Gardner-Johnson, and Isaiah Rodgers, is now undergoing a bit of a transition. Slay Jr., a cornerstone for years, has moved on, and the team had to say goodbye to Gardner-Johnson and Rodgers as well, leaving a gap that's not just about depth but about potential firepower. The young guys, Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, stepped up in a big way last season, and many fans were impressed by their Pro Bowl-level performances as rookies. But make no mistake, this summer, those two will be put to the test. The pressure will be high because they're now the de facto leaders of a secondary that needs to fill some pretty big shoes. And of course, there are question marks behind them. Kelly Ringo, the young corner who showed flashes of brilliance last year, is now the favorite to start on the outside opposite Mitchell. Ringo's physicality, speed, and raw talent have teams excited, but he still has room to grow, especially against the league's top receivers. And then there's Adoree Jackson, a veteran with a lot of experience, but his recent health status and durability are uncertain. The team's secondary depth is thin, and that's where the rumors start swirling. Could the Eagles make a move? Could they bring in a seasoned veteran or a promising young talent to bolster that room? The answer seems to be yes, and the team's front office, led by Roseman, is known for making bold moves when the moment calls for it. Now, one name that's been generating a lot of buzz recently is Asante Samuel Jr. Yes, that's right. The son of the legendary cornerback Asante Samuel Sr., who spent several seasons in Philadelphia, is currently a free agent, and according to ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, the Eagles are very much interested in him. Samuel Jr. has been recovering from off-season neck surgery, which has kept him off the field for a bit, but he's targeting a July-August timeline to join a new team. And the consensus among NFL analysts, including Anthony Dibona from the Philly Special Show, is that the Eagles are the prime landing spot for him. Why? Because, folks, the culture in Philadelphia, the reputation the team has built for developing players and giving them a platform to showcase their talents, is exactly what Samuel Jr. needs right now. Imagine the impact of adding a player like Samuel Jr. to that secondary. He's young, talented, and has the pedigree. He's had his share of ups and downs, but is eager for a fresh start, especially on a team that has proven it can contend year after year. The Eagles, with their $7 million in salary cap space currently available, are in a perfect position to make a splash. They could sign Samuel Jr. to a one-year prove-it deal, something Roseman has done many times before. This kind of contract gives the player a chance to show his worth, and if he performs well, it could set him up for a big payday in 2026. The potential addition of Samuel Jr. is just one piece of the puzzle. The Eagles are also looking at other options, such as Greg Newsome II from Cleveland and Ogbo Okoronkwo, the pass rusher who recently hit the market. These are players who could be key contributors, especially in a Vic Fangio defense that emphasizes versatile, aggressive coverage and pass rush schemes. With the NFL draft in the rearview mirror and the team's roster taking shape, The focus now shifts to how these new pieces can be integrated into the Eagles' identity. But let's talk more about the cornerback room, because this is where the intrigue really lies. Ringo, who I mentioned earlier, is poised to make a massive leap this season. If he can develop consistency and harness his raw athleticism, he could become a shutdown corner, giving the Eagles a formidable duo on the outside. Meanwhile, Mitchell and DeJean are expected to be tested against tougher competition, and their development will be crucial. Behind them, Jackson, along with rookies like Mac McWilliams and undrafted third-year pro Eli Ricks, are the veterans and young prospects trying to carve out their roles. Now, I want to pause here for a moment because this is where it gets really fascinating. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Philadelphia Eagles news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now, let us continue with the big reveal, because the Eagles aren't just sitting back and waiting for their young guys to develop. They're actively exploring options to strengthen that secondary, and Samuel Jr. might just be the missing piece. His ability to play both zone and man coverage, his ball skills, and his football IQ make him a perfect fit in Fangio's scheme, which relies heavily on versatile, smart defenders who can adapt to different routes and formations. And let's not forget the historic connection here. Samuel Jr. is the son of Asante Samuel Sr., who played 4 seasons with the Eagles and was known for his ball-hawking skills and ability to take interceptions to the house. That family legacy adds a special layer to this potential signing. It's almost poetic, really, a family tradition of elite cornerback play, returning to the franchise that helped elevate their careers. It's a storyline that Eagles fans will definitely be watching closely in the coming weeks. Now, on the other side, there's Ringo, who could step into the spotlight with a strong training camp. If he performs well, the Eagles might find themselves with a very flexible cornerback situation, able to deploy Ringo, Mitchell, DeJean, and Jackson in various combinations to keep offenses guessing. The competition will be fierce, and that's good for the team. It pushes players to elevate their game, and it keeps the coaching staff sharp in making those tough decisions about rotations, packages, and game plans. What does all this mean for the Eagles' Super Bowl aspirations? Well, it's simple. Every move they make in this offseason is about building a roster capable of handling the NFL's best offenses. The NFC is loaded, with teams like San Francisco, Dallas, and Detroit all vying for supremacy, but the Eagles have the talent, the coaching, and now potentially the added depth at cornerback to make a real run. Their offense, led by Jalen Hurts, continues to evolve, and with additions like Devonta Smith, A.J. Brown, and a solid running game, the offense remains potent. But defense wins championships, and a secondary that can lock down opponents is crucial. Adding a player like Samuel Jr., if it happens, could be the final piece that makes the Eagles' defense even more formidable. It's all about that next step, turning good into great and great into legendary. And with the team's recent history of making smart, aggressive moves, it wouldn't be surprising if they pull the trigger on this move before training camp. It would send a message to the NFC that the Eagles are still the team to beat, that they're willing to do whatever it takes to stay on top. And remember, folks, the NFL offseason is a time of anticipation, of whispering rumors, of strategic moves behind the scenes. But it's also a time when fans like us get to dream, to speculate, to imagine the possibilities. Could Samuel Jr. be the guy to put the Eagles over the top? Could Ringo develop into a shutdown corner and make the secondary one of the league's best? Either way, the upcoming weeks will be pivotal. The Eagles are in a position to be aggressive, to make a statement, and to reinforce their commitment to winning a Super Bowl. So, as we wait for the official news, keep your eyes on Philadelphia. Keep your ears open for updates. Because this offseason, the Eagles are not just sitting still, they're actively shaping their future. And for us fans, that's what makes this journey so exciting. We're witnessing a team that's determined to stay at the top, to defend their home turf, and to chase that elusive second Super Bowl title. And honestly, with the moves they're contemplating, it's hard not to feel optimistic about what's coming next. And now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Philadelphia Eagles. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Philadelphia Eagles news. Thanks for sticking with me through this deep dive into the Eagles' offseason plans. Remember, this team is always cooking up something special, and I'll be right here to keep you updated every step of the way. Whether it's signing new players, draft insights, or training camp battles, you can count on me to bring you the full story. So keep the passion alive, Eagles fans, because the best is yet to come. The journey to another Super Bowl is far from over, and with the right moves, this team might just surprise us all again. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and as always, go Birds.